How's it going, everybody? This is Edwin from Crosscreek Lights, and this is a behind-the-scenes look at our photo op location that we have here on our display. So we have this wonderful sidewalk next to our house, so we decided to add something that's kind of interactive for people to get out and take some photos. So that is a look at this. One thing before we do go into that is I wanted to show you the arrows here that we have set up. These are just pointing people into the photo op. So we run the words photo op on these with a big arrow. You get the point. These are 200 node each, so 400 nodes total. And we're running that off of a Experienced Lights differential board. We do go more in depth than this when we do a full walkthrough, full walkthrough behind the scenes of our main display. So I'm not going to get into that too much. Mainly just this stuff over here. So what we did over here, for the outline, we did these C9 pixel bulbs again from Holiday Coral. We had tons left over because we used the off-spec box of them, and they've been working great. So, well, they have been working great. I'll explain one minor thing. So what we did was we just have rebar and PVC, and then we just strung them between, zip tied them. Over here we actually zip tied them to pieces of PVC. These ones we just kind of let hang. A little bit of a different effect. It's a lot easier to set up, I can tell you that. So anywho, our first wonderful prop that we have for our photo op is a snowman. This is a 7 or 8 foot, 7 foot? Yeah, probably 7 foot, maybe 8 foot tall snowman from EFL Designs. And we bought the vinyl kit from Pixel Paradise USA. The one thing, or the two things that didn't come with it that you can kind of see, the hat did not come with it, so we had to paint that. And you can kind of see that it's fading a little bit, or not fading, whatever you call that. It's damaged a little bit, so we'll have to touch that up. And then also the hands. But the rest is vinyl. This stuff, I mean, it's great. You're not going to get that damaged. This is corrugated plastic. We picked this up at the Christmas Expo. So it's not slit. It's all one piece, 10 mil Coro. And then we just run this off of 2 ports, running all the way back to the controller. These are some of our longer runs we had issues with. Finally got them sorted, but we were having issues. They've been good ever since. Following along, this is kind of our wire path. Each one of these is stapled down about a foot. So you see there's a staple here, staple here. There's no chance, I mean, unless you're really trying, that people are going to trip over these. And we made that really a priority for this. Because this is going to be a high traffic area. There's going to be a bunch of people walking through here. Our photo op was a big success this year. Had a lot of people come by. We were worried we were going to get no one, but we did. So huge success. Kids loved it, and we love it as well. So this is the Santa Claus. This is from Custom Christmas Creations CCC.com. This one we had to paint, and you can probably tell it. We used what is it? Acrylic. That's what it is. Acrylic paint. We brush painted this. We did do a clear coat. Obviously, that didn't work very well. We're probably gonna have to strip all of this because it's really peeling. Yeah, I don't want to peel that right now. It's weird. This is completely fine. This black, I don't know. It's really weird. So it's not the best looking in condition right now. When it was up, man, look at that black foot. It's completely off. That's crazy. Anywho, yeah, that's our snowman. It came all white. We wanted to paint it. We didn't paint it well, obviously. I mean, we painted it well. It just didn't last. So we're going to have to go back to the drawing board for next year and figure out that. This one's 500 notes, I believe. We had to brace it because we did have to have this one shipped. So there's these zip tie mounts. We also did some like wood to kind of help it. And that's that. That's our Santa Claus. Over here we have the mean one, Mr. Grinch, and his dog, both from Gilbert Engineering. Picked those up also at the Christmas Expo, so they're not slit or anything, cut or anything like that. Before we go behind there, I did want to show you one thing. We had our Scan to Give for our Make-A-Wish campaign that we ran along with the display, but we also had these floodlights here. You might be asking, there's lights in them, why are you going to shine lights on them? Well, with taking photos with them, the lights in them don't really illuminate your face very well, so you really can't see the people in the photos other than the prop itself. So these lights add quite a bit to the people's face, so you actually get a decent photo. And then there's just an extension cord with a weatherproof connector there, and that's running along here. Again, stapled down so no one can trip. Behind here we're using rebar for the dog, fence post for the Grinch. There, again, all the wires nicely there. These are staked down. I'm not sure why they're like that. So now we're moving on to our gingerbread section. These, we have a gingerbread woman and boy, girl and boy, and then a gingerbread house. This is the 5-foot version. This wasn't slit or cut either because we got it from the Christmas Expo. We mainly went for larger props since we were picking them up. So we went with that. We have a nice gingerbread section to get some photos with. And these are the impression printed, so no painting required. This is where our controller sits. It's a mess, to be honest. But it's a Culp 32. Let me go ahead. There was a board on here. Some kids were trying to stand on it. So don't put a board on top of the controller. Probably going to move this next year, but I don't know how. Because some of these long runs have issues. But again, we have a smart controller that we turn on the controller and then the lights. Some of it splits off, stuff like that. This is a Culp K32 with 4 Meanwell power supplies. And then it has the one differential going out to the street. This is running standalone as a master FPP player, and it's just running an animation. It's not a part of the show, and that's when you can go and take photos, stuff like that. So everything is connected in there. Back of the gingerbread house, we just use rebar. All the wires. We have another one of our floodlights here. And then we have our gingerbread train. Again, from Gilbert Engineering. They really liked us this year. We spent a lot of money with them. And this is the impression candy cane train. Super cool for kids to take photos with. Stuff like that. All mounted with rebar. So that is that. And that kind of wraps up the yard. We have more of these pixel bulbs. One thing I was going to note, that we had an issue with, this strand around here has a dead bulb, so the rest of it's just blue. We're going to need to fix that in the off season, but other than that, we've had great luck with the C9 bulbs. Down there, we did have some static display stuff. Nothing really to take photos with, but we have since taken that in already. But that is our photo op area. Wonderful photo op area that had a huge success this year, and glad it was all working well. If you have any questions about the display, about this or the other parts, let us know in the comments, and we're happy to help you out. Again, this is Edwin from Crosscreek Lights, and hope you have a great rest of your day.